great. You know, he to me, he was probably the best player on the court tonight. And I think he only shot 5 times, which is why we've been so high on him from day one. He's one of the very unique players. It doesn't matter if he's taking shots and scoring 20 or not. He can impact the game all over. And he was doing that for us tonight. And just all around, probably, in my opinion, the best player on the floor tonight.
Shannon, do you agree Lonzo was the best player?
He was not. Skip Bayless, he was not.
Really?
Julius Randle was the best
player. I
player.
thought you were going to go Isaiah Thomas on me.
Julius Randle was the best player on the court last night. He was 8 of 12, 21 points in the first half.
Wow.
So he scored 25 overall. And since February, Julius Randle is a 20-9 guy. He's been their best player.
Who's this Isaiah Thomas guy who made 6 of 11 threes last night for the Lakers?
I'm happy for him. I'm happy. And as he said, I hope he finds that team that loves him.
Okay.
I hope he finds that one team that loves him.
I don't know who this guy is.
Because I know several teams that didn't love him like he wanted to be loved.
That's true.
Julius, Skip, I'm going to give Lonzo credit. He played well last night, and he is a guy that can impact the game. A lot of people think if you're not scoring 30, 40 points, you're not impacting the game.
Yep.
But he didn't score a whole bunch of points, but he had some assists. He had rebounds. He stole the ball. So he played well, but he wasn't their best player. Did you see Julius Randle in the first half?
I watched this game.
Have you seen Julius Randle play the last month?
He's been
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Now, here's the tricky part, Skip. What happens if they don't get one of these big guys this year? What are they going to do with Julius Randle? Because his option's like $12.5 million. And then you say, okay, you don't get what we want in 2018. We're waiting for 2019 because even more guys are going to be available. Are you going to give Julius Randle a long contract? What you going to do, Magic? Because Julius Randle.
I don't think Magic's like lying awake at night over this. I think he's okay.
But Jay Randle.
Yeah.
Orange Julius was the best player on the court last night.
Really?
No, but I will give Lonzo this since he's come back. I think the thing is, Skip, is that he's not shooting. He was shooting volumes. He was going 1 for 7. He was going 3 for 10 from the three-point line. That's not his game. And Skip has ingrained it in my head. I know exactly what he shot in college, Joe. You know he shot 41% from the three-point line at UCLA? Yeah. Okay, Skip done told me that like 1,700 times. But Skip, I think the thing is that because he's reduced his shot selection, he's shooting, but not just shooting. Because everybody, well, he needs to shoot. He needs to shoot. No, he don't. Because that shot, you need to minimize how many times you're going to put the ball in there. But I give him credit. He played well last night. He was distributing the basketball. He was rebounding. He was all over the place, playing with a lot of energy. I think those first 2 games, starting, he was on the bench, got an opportunity to feel his way back into the ball game. But he was not their best player last night. Julius Randle was their best player. He's been their best player over the last month. Hey, Isaiah Thomas played well, but Julius Randle was that monster last night.
You know what? It's about time to hear from LeVar Ball about how he lit a fire under Julius Randle by criticizing him a couple of months ago.
He's going to take credit for that.
Remember that?
Yes.
You know, he criticized that he wasn't helping Lonzo enough, remember, on a play?
Yes.
So, back to Luke Walton. My first takeaway from this was, I think Luke Walton is going out of his way to mend fences with his number 2 overall pick because it would serve Luke well to have good rapport and relations with one Lonzo Ball going forward if Luke wants to remain the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. It's as simple as that.
Yep.
And again, I'm not, I'm not trying to condemn Luke here, but I think he went way overboard in sitting Lonzo Ball for those 4th quarters early, and I did not blame LeVar/Lonzo for complaining about it because it shamed him, and he didn't deserve that because there was already enough pressure on him to begin with, and it looked like his head coach was heaping even more pressure on him by saying he's not even good enough to finish the game for us. So I didn't appreciate that. Now I think Luke is going out of his way, to your point, to say he was probably the best player on the floor. Now back to my point. I'm going to say this one more time, and I will keep saying this. Lonzo Ball is a special basketball player, but he is not for the easily wowed fans because he is going to subtly impact the games in ways that aren't easily seen. They're not easily apparent to the naked eye of most viewers who run to their keyboards and tweet about, wow, a 50-point night, or wow, a posterizing dunk. Because you're probably not going to get those wows from this player.
Or the handles like James Harden.
You're not going to get that. Lonzo Ball is made for the thinking fan. He is playing Mensa basketball. He is a young basketball genius. And the older players in the league have all, I don't hear discouraging words from older players. And I'm about to talk about what Dwayne Wade said about Lonzo after the game.
They love him. It's Papa that they're out on.
I completely agree. But let's go back to the key category last night. 6 steals. Wow, 6 steals. That's pretty good. And he had 3 in the first quarter and just completely disrupted the Heat offense in the first quarter. I will predict that one day when Lonzo Ball grows up, he will lead this league in steals because he's really good at disrupting on that end. I'm not saying he's a great on-ball, like one-on-one in-your-face defender on the perimeter. I'm not saying that because he's a little long for that. He's 6'7", and he's long, and it takes him a little. His quickness is good, but not great. So that's why Magic, remember, went out and got KCP so that maybe he could take the point guard of the night. Because Lonzo's going to have a little hard time, as we saw in the NCAAs, right?
Yeah.
Remember how he got torched that night. So I also think that people are missing the boat on the fact that for much of this year, Lonzo Ball has led this team in rebounding until just lately when Julius Randle barely passed him in the rebounding category. I think that when he grows up and gets his, as LeVar calls it, the ball body, because LeVar's got a ball body.
Yes.
Yeah. When he grows up and his body matures.
And the middle boy does also.
He does. He already has his. So could he average 10 rebounds a game? I do believe he's averaging 7+ now. So could he at some point, Lonzo Ball, average a triple-double for a season? Absolutely he could. Now, again, the points are going to be 14.
Yes.
You know, they're not going to be 28 or 30. They're going to be 14. I don't know, maybe 16 or 17, but when he finally grows up. But now we get back to what I keep saying. You're right. He shot 41% from 3 at UCLA. So if we go back to December the 12th, from that point forward, he's played 14 basketball games. And in those 14 games, he has shot 43% from 3. He got off to a horrendous start. I think he was in a slump. I think he was under, as I keep telling you, the most pressure of any rookie in any sport ever. And it got him. And it was night after night. It's, you know, it went from game 1. Remember, it was horrendous what was happening. And he shot it poorly, and he went from bad to worse. Right. And once he took a deep breath, starting in early December, and they wrote about this on ESPN.com, how every night he'd come early to practice and stay after practice and play 3-point, like horse game, shooting games with Miles Simon or some of the Lakers, Brian Shaw, some of the Lakers coaches.
Bow Wow beat him, though.
Okay, but he beat him once. He beat him once out of 3.
The bare fact.
And
Bow Wow with no shoes on, no gym shoes, with socks.
You think Bow Wow could shoot 43%?
I just think, did it happen? That'll be like somebody walking off the street.
Do you think Lonzo really took that very seriously?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah. Lonzo's post indicated he was not pleased with Bow Wow's post. And I know Bow Wow. We used to have him on the old show.
Well, that's what you get for letting somebody beat you. Let me just say, for the sake of argument, Skip, let's just say Adam Levine walks off the street and says, "Tom, I challenge you to a throwing contest," and he beats Tom Brady 1 out of 2 or 1 out of 3.
What is it, like throwing it in a barrel?
Throwing it in the barrel.
All right.
Throwing it through a tie.
All right.
How pleased you think Tom Brady? You think Tom Brady's gonna let Adam Levine win?
Maybe Bow Wow had his like Mike sneakers.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. He held them on. He threw him up on that wire. Remember, he threw him up on the wire. He barefooted. He had socks slipping and sliding, sliding into a 3.
So, are you saying Lonzo Ball's a bust because he lost one game to Bow Wow? I think you just suggested that.
Skip, here's the thing. When people say he's not going to have the flash like Magic, not only Magic was a great passer, Skip, but Magic had the flair for the dramatic. So that's what Lonzo Ball, he's a meat and potatoes guy.
Every once in a while you get a little whipped cream.
Yeah.
But he doesn't overstate it. Like it's subtle whipped cream. But it's sometimes
I don't like
wow,
whipped cream.
He did that?
It's fat, and it serves no nutrition. Whipped cream has no nutritional value, and you like nutritional value.
I do.
Like Bron.
I do not like whipped cream. I'm just saying every once in a while you get a little wow factor with Lonzo, but not often.
Right.
He would rather just make the cut and dried pass.
I like that. But since he's been back, Skip, give him credit. He's 8 of 12 from the 3-point line. Like I said, 8 of 12. Because remember where before he left, he was just shooting. He's shooting like 7, 8 threes a game.
Okay.
I'm like, bro, you're not Steph or Clay. You got no business shooting that many threes.
Okay. So last night after the game, one Dwayne Wade, for whom I have great respect. Joy seems to like him too, I think. You know. So he said of Lonzo Ball after the game, I have been a big fan of him. He has a great feel of the game, and he doesn't play for statistics. He plays to win. He moves the ball, and his IQ of the game is incredible. He is athletic. Everyone talks about his shot, but he has been shooting that way his whole life. He can knock shots down. Period. End of Dwayne Wade's quote. I'll take that to my bank. That's what the vets, the stars of this league, the established stars are saying, that works.
Skip, I'm not saying it. See, Rob said he's going to be a bust.
He did.
I just don't see transcendental.
I do. And I'm seeing finally Lonzo starting to play as freely and, dare I say, aggressively as he did in the Summer League when he was the MVP up against all the young stars coming out of college and out of the draft. So,
I mean, what y'all got going on, Joe? You see George Skip? You see what Miami Heat doing? I mean, I ain't seen a moonwalk performance like this since Michael Jackson at the Grammys in '83.
Yeah, relax. Cavs won last night?
No!
Okay.
We didn't lose by 40.
There we go. What do you serve at your restaurant?
I'm in the moral victory. I'm in the moral victory right now.
I didn't know you were
Cavs
serving moral
lost now?
victories at your
3 out of 4 at home?
restaurant.
Is
You
that
said.
Yeah, that's
What is
not
that
good.
about?
We're not talking about the Cavs. We're talking about Lonzo.
Huh. Well,
Hey,
you brought it
Well, you
up.
brought the heat up.
Lonzo played because they played the Lakers. Lonzo played well, Skip, and I agree. Maybe this was a little hyperbole from Luke Walton.
It might have been.
But first of all,
I think he went out of his way to pay a compliment because he's trying to get back in good graces.
because clearly last night,
Yeah.
Julius Randle and Isaiah Thomas were better on the court than Lonzo.
Yeah, but the best player on the team by far is Lonzo.
Kyle Kuzma.
Oh, please.
You see Kyle Kuzma
He's
giving it
coming back to his level.
Lonzo showed Wade a little love last night on Twitter also. He retweeted SportsCenter, tweeted a very difficult Wade shot. He said, how?
why is he on this? Why is he on
attention to
Twitter?
greatness.
Why is he on Twitter, Skip?
Wait, is Lonzo campaigning to go to Miami? I don't know.
He might.
I like it.
If they get LeBron, they might.
Was LeBron's amazing play last night all luck? We'll discuss that next.